So the next vision that I saw was of young boys and girls, the gophers that work in the gubernatorial mansions. They work in the White House, state houses, Senate, and Congress, and other highly connected places of power in America. Young interns that take the summer if their parents can get them jobs, and they go there hoping to be hired. And one of the jobs that they have to do is delivering. I saw a little brown sealed envelope. So you know the kind that you mail, a bubble mailer, a bubble envelope. They deliver these sealed brown envelopes to the offices of men and women in power, and they think that they're taking very private, confidential documents between the offices. And God showed me that the irony of it is that these children think that they're holding important state secrets. And so I saw a young man and young women rushing through the halls of power in different places. I have to get this to so and so. And what they don't know is those are not state secrets. Those are high-octane thriller rides of the decades that features a boy, a girl, a teen or man or a woman, a human being just like them who met a terrifying, lonely, and violent end. And I felt like I saw the Lord's eyes shut in heartbreak, and it was impressed upon my spirit that God watches this all day long, and that the victim's blood screams out for vengeance. But he said that he will give them vengeance. He showed it to me that he will avenge their blood. And what he said was, when I make inquisition for blood, I will remember them. I will not forget the cry of the humble. To make an inquisition means that you make a full investigation. You investigate something from the top to bottom, and you don't stop until you search out the guilty party. The Lord said that he will search out these people and expose them. He will drag them down from the heights of power where they abused their positions and used their power to destroy and ravage the weak and the helpless, who died screaming out to God until their very moment of death to save them. Vengeance is mine, said the Lord. I will repay. And the prophecy that I was given to read out is this: America, your judgment is coming. Your underbelly is exposed by God, and it is filthy, horrific, and impossible to stomach. Your highest houses and your perfect palaces are nothing more than cartels where witchcraft, homosexuality, and homoeroticism, rape, murder, child molestations, and even live abortions are practiced. And the picture I saw as the Lord was speaking is, I saw a woman on a steel table, and she was asleep, not real sleep, the sleep of drugs. She had been drugged, and her legs were open, and there was a sheet draped over them from my perspective. But in the front, a person was performing an abortion on this drugged woman. The child was taken out and cut into pieces, and while still warm on a plate, it was taken into another place for other people who were waiting to consume it. You have eaten children on the abortion table, and I expose and condemn you as the Lord commands me. You have taken their little parts and consumed them as they come out still warm from the sleeping and drugged mother. You have snuffed out innocents, men, women, even animals in your insatiable quest for a high. You practice lesbianism. It is a big problem among the women of the Senate and the House of Representatives. All of you are sick and cannot be healed. Your whole head is sick. The head is meant for leadership, but in you it is perverted and lost, and for that God absolutely condemns you. I will cut off your head as they did in the French Revolution. I will chop it off, literally and figuratively, and headless will you go to your demise. When the destroyers of humanity are the ones that you lift up and praise, when you're busy clapping for them and giving them speeches, award, and continuous political power, obviously through voting for them, then you have indeed signed your death warrant to the full. I am the one who condemns you. You are utterly reprobate and unsound. I am your judge and jury. You will be exposed. And so to those who may not know what is going on in the red, white, and blue, to those who think that this is the home of freedom, the greatest country in the world, The purpose of the Master's voice is here, and I will not stop speaking until the Lord has stripped away all of the facades, all of the false teaching, all of the lies, and all of the deceptions that many of us are walking in. Because people are not aware of what goes on in the country, they find it hard to connect the prophetic word that God keeps saying that he will literally destroy America by burning her with fire and then wash her completely away by flooding her off the face of the map. People cannot seem to connect with or understand why these prophecies are so devastating, and yet listen to the type of devastating thing that is taking place in the back. Now, some may say, no, but this is the rich and this is the elite. But I submit to you that murder is the daily currency of the United States. Children as young as 11 and 14, without parental consent, are getting pregnant because they are sexually active. And why are they sexually active? Because they go to schools that teach them sexually provocative content from the time that they are 7 and 6 years old and call it preventative sex ed. They're raised by parents that start telling them about being safe, and when you find someone you love, then that's the time. People don't teach their children abstinence. They teach their children preparedness. And so the child naturally thinks, if sexual information is being taught to me by my mother and father, it must mean that my body, which is my body, can be used for these things because mom and dad are the ones telling me to be safe. Dad gave me my first condom. So you prepare your children to enter into sexual immorality, and then they do, except that they are not adults. And so when the consequences of sexual immorality pop up, like STDs and pregnancy, they can't come to you. They go to Planned Parenthood and participate in the ongoing murder of what is now close to 60 million babies in the United States. This is taking place in secular homes, and even Christian children are committing abortion precisely because they know it goes against the desires of the Lord and what their parents did teach them. And so we have this building from the lowest levels. Murder is taking place in so many levels of the United States.